Okay, kick doesn't work, it doesn't work. So let's go on. Had to get a coffee, so now we can begin. Hooray! Where have we stopped yesterday? Let's lower the music a bit. So I don't know if I can be heard well. Yeah, overlapping sounds. So one thing important will be to have yeah, if we make holes through these, that's going to open a lot of work, because the background on this, on which they lie, it's not straightforward. So if I cut it and add um, holes to it, basically, like in this case here. It can cause issues, so for that specific part I needed it, I wanted it, but I'm not so sure I'm gonna chase the others as well. Now I'll try to keep this a bit more organized. Yeah, that's the whole thing. So this is dashboard, Shift P, yeah, that's already outside. Just want to clean it a bit. They say Blender this, Blender that, but one thing Blender lacks is the organization, the groups it has or hasn't. So that's something that's very much missing, at least from what I've heard. So yeah, these will be the notes. Let's make them white so to be sure they're well visible. Yeah, I have attached already to this, but this is flipped. No, that's actually broken. So no matter what you do, it's going to be like this. We have to set it the faces and then retry it, and it will work. Or other way that you can do is, yeah, now this is fixed. Yeah, it was like this. So no matter what, how many times you flip it, it's not going to work. And if it does, this doesn't work, and sometimes it cannot. It will happen that it won't work. One thing that you can do is click face, delete it in the between, and yeah, this is tripping a bit now, and bridge them up like that, so it will be fixed. And I took this proudly because even the instructor for Autodesk Maya here, when I was interviewed for working in one AAA studio in our country, for AAA game, not that the studio was AAA standard in any means. Anyway, they didn't know this. I mean, it's not a big deal, but still, you know. Probably it was silly of me to think that, you know, they know everything. No, they didn't, and pretty much in 3D it's like that, where you're learning almost every day new things. And the stream is big part to that, because there are all kinds of people with all kinds of backgrounds that can help you in that matter. So it was completely I mean, completely, not completely, but not that, because I did not have any previous expectation, you know, but listening on podcasts to hear that one of the best artists today have begun only in 2020, 2020, I said, well, and started with streaming. That's how they learned a lot. Was really eye-opener, because I'm doing this for 9 years and I never thought about doing streaming until recently. I'm like, you know, it's not like you waste your time or anything. You just have to be good at talking at yourself. That's pretty much a big portion of the time anyway. Maybe one is not talking to himself loudly so anyone can hear, but you have these thoughts running, right? So, and sometimes, just sometimes, when you hear them, when you say them out loud, they might sound different. So, streaming, it's not so much different than that. But let's not get that philosophical. So, I'll try to just... Yeah, you see? So, that comes with experience, obviously. I mean, you wouldn't know. So, I can see somehow... Yeah, I mean, you can see it as well, I'm sure, that just by looking at these elements, that some of them are just not right. For example, that one is not right either. So, if I make this now and flip it, yeah, this just doesn't have the material. That's it. Yeah, that's the thing. But with this one, I think I've put the material. Yep, and the color is still different. It's not like, you see, this one gets too much different of shades, but this one does. Look at that, and that's pretty much damaged. So you can either do this, set face, or the other thing. So Maya can trip a lot like that, but you tend to learn a lot like that, because now I'm not sure if that's happening with Blender, but with Maya it does, and it makes you sometimes do extra effort, but you learn a lot about, you know, how these things work. For example, back in the day when I started learning 3D, I had to make a circle by, you know, pinpointing the circle itself, the geometry that I'm trying to make. I was trying to pinpoint it like this on top of another circle, one by one. Now what you have is you select this, you go circle, and you get a circle. So what was like 2 minutes work, now you have at one click. But in the same time, doing all those things probably trained my nerves, you know, so yeah. So now where is the reference of this? Yeah, this is lower, and in between there is this label. So this is pretty much around there, and we'll throw in one label in here, just like this, copy from that, so it sticks entirely onto the surface of this dashboard. Have this like that, maybe just slightly off, and have it lower still, like that. They don't need necessarily, you know, to have perfect geometry, because they're paper nodes, so they can be, you know, stretched a bit and all that. So yeah, this can be even smaller. Yeah, this is just probably some... Yeah, that looks fine. So today, unlike yesterday, I'll be streaming just 3 hours. So being 10 and 20, 22, I'll be streaming obviously until 1 o'clock. After that, I'll have to dive into a project I'm developing for a client. So yeah, that will be all. This is going to be a cloth, so it's not going to be like super important to get these on what I'm trying actually to make right now, which is, you know, to flatten them entirely. And there is one thing we can do to make this to stick better. Just turn off the view transform, or how it's called. Otherwise, I've never seen these details. If they give me like a sheet of paper where I have to tick boxes on how things are done, I will have no clue. Much of the things I'm just doing by seeing and memorizing from before, you know, like. But otherwise, I would have no clue how they're called. Much of the things, though not all. So this one, I'll have it. That, and now I'll get additional circle in here just to strengthen the geometry that's important for this circle to make sense and to have some distinctive shape, form, however you want to call it. So you see here we have this, which is not really well, and only after you do this you kind of see how the geometry needs to be driven. That's it. That's, well, we can, yeah, this is not the whole piece needs to when these commands do not work, you see there's no difference whatsoever to it. The shading is still off. All you have to do is again set the faces, and then you have to do it all over again. But sometimes the model itself, it can be broken, like it is right now, from all this changing history on the model itself. So yeah, sometimes you definitely have to do extra step. Let's see if it works. If I click now on hard edges, they should be maybe that one as well need to be. Let's go here like that. I'm watching these guys doing amazing stuff and all bragging like, oh, I did this in 1 hour, I did this in 2 hours, I did this within I don't know how much. And they make that as some kind of success. And then I open and watch the streams of probably the best artists in this industry. And you see them doing hairs of characters one by one. Hairs of a character one by one, and yeah, tell me he's gonna do that like in a week, right? But it's not the point, to make that fast. It's to make it unique. Now there was a nice point about that another guy made, talking about trees in a game, for example, how he has made that with nodes, like generated all of them, and one guy joked, yeah, but if the trees are not made like, all of them one by one, the game, it's not going to work or it's not going to be as valuable. So he had a point, and he's quite right, but still, I mean, when you have a character and it's super important that the details of it are, it's just one and his details are important, it's worthwhile really to do that. Now that looks much better, you see, like it's natural. It has that bend on the edge of the dashboard, the metal on which this cloth is going to be engulfed. I don't know how else to say it. So yeah, that looks nice. Um, let's check if this one is on the same level with that. I don't think so. Oh, it is. Yeah, that just probably perception and the fact that these should be actually much closer to, yeah, something like that. Oops, we had an issue here. Yeah, it should be lower. That, and then again these pushed further like that. Now I did that with the slide, and that what will cause it will elevate them in, you know, in that position. I don't want that. I just want to push them to strengthen this reach here. Yeah, so there it is. This is a bit off here, and it's not looking good. Considering this is not going to be a metal, but it's going to be a cloth, this is not going to be any issue whatsoever. But for the sake of geometry and how much I like to have a clean, proper geometry, I would like to have this fixed. Let's have these at the same height. So, like that. This as well, maybe. That's looking better. It's not that, you know, how it was previously. What we can do is maybe strengthen it a bit further like this. Now I'll take the second there, and what I'll try is, yeah, let's try and yeah, it's even worse. No, let's go back to it. The problem here is that it's just really here missing a geometry, and it's just insufficient. Missing that edge here, so what I'll do is I'll try to slowly integrate it into this shape. So I'll just merge one now. Okay, I took a different edge. Opa. Oh, where is it? Oh, there is it. There it is, that vertex, and still it might not be working. Yep. Now it's nice. We can bridge that, and now it's gonna be much better. So if I cannot close it here, and I cannot because I'm lacking of geometry in that sense there, then just easily I can, you know, do that. Smooth out everything. Here it's completely unnecessary probably to have another one. The worst case will be here. Here it's what's going to be visible, but not that much, but still, like from this angle, I mean, it's not that crucial or anything. So really depends on, you know, what you're trying to achieve, whether it's, I don't know, like super detailed and all that, it can make a difference. Yeah, I have some bots here typing on chats, so that reminded me to bring back the follow only subscription chats allowed. On Twitch, that's a savior, truly, because no longer there are bots trying to, you know, scam anyone. Let's clean this up a bit here. This one, I left it from yesterday, so yeah, get that. Select this line, which goes down with the dashboard line, how it is, and yeah, do just that. And Jesus, I mean, I've done this model like a year ago, and now I'm seeing so many details that I've done so off on how probably it should have been done. Yeah, so this is not right. This should be like this, and then we should have something like this. Not really, actually. This is closing here, so yeah, let's reverse that, and let's okay, I know what's the issue, so we'll have this. Where's the glass? Yeah, the glass is very much far off, so we can easily elevate that. Yeah, there you go. What with the songs? I want a disco or chill non-copyright songs, but what's with the Mario? It's a game though I loved as a kid, but yeah, maybe I should just add an additional one here, line, to make this a bit rounder, just like that. Here it's, oh, there's no stopping, so yeah, that's an issue. Let's fix it quickly. So just have that as a guidance. Tag that. Same line there. Same will go with you see, not necessarily it will guide us in the right direction, so we have to pin the right one like that. Delete it. It's nice. Okay, yeah, here is where it's stopping, so I'll just delete these. Okay. Now, since I have that, always the medium merging is the best. Okay, let's, yeah, additional edge on this end. So, and this is quite sharp here, so I'll just reconfigure that like that. Oh, adding, that's what I hate. In between bridge, I easily go add division to the edge, and instead of bridging the edge on what I'm trying to do, I actually add additional vertices that I have to then bridge, which is the opposite, literally. So it's really much, I don't know if there is a way on how to remove commands, like if I want to do something with the tools to, you know, to improve them for easier use. I will definitely remove on that one, for my case. I don't need it. Yeah, so that's not cool there. Okay. Now it might be good.
Hello, what's up?
Hey, Bubo.
What's up?
Working.
What?
Working on the Porsche.
Same, same. On the Porsche.
I have just increased you to 200% because you're quite lower on mic as well.
I can hear myself on stream, so I think it's good.
Now
No,
yeah.
I can't hear.
Mafia is out. I'm thinking on taking it, but 60 euros. I don't know. Last time I paid 90 for Red Dead Redemption. I enjoyed the game thoroughly, but I finished it, and then what? You know. So
Just a second. Sorry. Please, 77. Just a second. Working. Work. Happy to.
What I wanted to say.
What's up?
I'm working on a detail that I believe I'm overthinking it, because it should be much more simpler, you know. This is a cloth, it's not a metal, so I can just easily put bevel here and be done with it.
Yeah.
You saw the Ferrari?
I really.
No?
Not sure.
Let me show you.
The blue one?
Yep,
I
on our
saw it,
station.
I saw it. I think I saw, I'm not sure. I will check it later. I will check it later for sure. Just to finish this.
I'll leave it roll
work.
on the stream.
No problem.
The client wrote me again, the one we talked, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, and he says there's going to be more, but for now we're gonna close this contract. Anyway, yeah, I cannot go into details now, but I just wanted to make a point on how that sounded to you, you know. Anyway.
I didn't really hear it. Sorry, I'm confused here with
Oh, no problem.
some
No problemo.
job role classification, really. Just a second.
No worry one bit.
Okay. Can copy paste.
Bubo, I will need your help with the illustrator.
Yeah, sure. Just a second.
Because I know it will give me a hard time, you know, to get around the controls and all that. It's supposed to be simple, yeah, but still.
We'll see. What, for the numbers?
For the gauges, yeah. For the numbers, yeah,
Okay.
we talked. For the
okay.
speedometers, how they called. Yeah, anyway, I'll try now to UV map it all this. How to actually
Just
first
a
no, it's not
second,
finished.
Sorry.
So yeah, this one. Let's now name them. So one by one. This is fuel. B. This is oil pressure. This is water. This would be this is some kind of diagnostic on both of these, or this should be like the turbo pressure. So turbo boost. So I'll just name it like that. Boost. And there are some details in there. Take them out. I see. Gauge. Gauges glass. Fully transparent.
hear my rumbling on the keyboard?
No. Nope, 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 nope.
Okay.
Tutto bene. I miss Claudio and his Italian. It was interesting to hear him then, you know, talking about the old Italian days with the mafia and all that, and that the fact he mentioned, you know, that we see it one way, that it was glorious and this and that, but they did not really enjoy it. Of course, I mean, how they will. How can anyone enjoy that? Just a sec. I wanted to make a poll in the Discord group. Yeah, store. I hate this family pin that you have to enter. Bubo, have you played a game from my library? Any? Was it of any use that?
Hello?
Hello, hello.
What did you ask? Sorry?
I'm saying, have you gotten any game from the library we shared on Steam?
I didn't have time really to play many games, so the one that I wanted to, it's not shareable, so. I'm trying to convince myself to get the game. Sorry, give me just a minute here. I need to finish something for work.
Ma no, non ci credo.
Trying to communicate as good as possible with ChatGPT, so it does finish my job, so I don't have to do that. So it's doing a great job for now.
ChatGPT.
Yep.
I'll tell you, I'm using it every single day. And I thought about what you said. You know, waiting the day when they'll start charging for every single thing on ChatGPT, and then it's gonna be
soon,
yeah.
soon,
You think so?
Yeah.
They mentioned something like they only writing thank you or sorry or whatever on ChatGPT, it's costing them like millions.
What it's costing them millions? Sorry?
It's costing them millions to even type prompt like thank you or whatever, you know.
Who's costing millions?
The guys who develop the AI, the ChatGPT, whoever they are, I don't know.
Oh, trust me, it doesn't. Trust me, it doesn't. If it was like that, they will just block everything. No one is stupid enough to have it on if it costs him money. No one.
Yeah, that makes
Not
sense.
a single man in the world.
Hi, Biba.
Hello, Biva.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No one in the world will last that much if it costs him money, even if it costs him $1,000 a month. No one.
I don't know. I mean, they went a lot around that line. How to say? They say that. They said that. So I don't know it for a fact, but
Uh-huh. The interesting thing that I read uh, yesterday and some days before, it's a really nice breakthrough in Chinese, I think, medicine it was, about bee venom killing cancer cells, but in breast cancer. And, and they tested it with in vitro, so they're putting the venom in the cells. And the interesting part is it only kills the cancer cells and it doesn't touch the healthy ones. And it did that in 60 minutes. It cured the cancer in 60 minutes, in 1 hour. It's so strong against cancer cells, as they say it. But we'll see if that's gonna be a breakthrough or just another lie.
yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I have a feeling that that may be true, because that's why everyone is talking how bees are that important to us,
Bees.
even if we don't like them. Yeah, bees.
Wait a second. So this you said was developed with the help of some relation with the bees?
No, they got a bee venom and injected it.
Bee venom.
With,
Okay.
yeah, bee venom, and injected that venom into the cancer cells, into the place where the cancer cells and healthy cells are.
Now I got it.
And it killed only the cancer cells and it didn't touch the healthy ones. And did that in 60 minutes. That's really fast.
Yeah, now I got it. Sorry, the first time I was just focused too much, I guess, on this that a few words evaded me.
Yeah, and I hope it works, but that's just too much talk, and we'll see if it.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But
Pharmaceutical industry doesn't like talks like this, so
yeah.
No.
I mean, not that I've watched too many movies about that, but we all know about electricity and this and that. It was supposed to be free, you know, but they're charging for all that. So
yeah, they will try to charge for everything. So
they're not. I'm sorry, they're not trying. They are charging. So
see this, for example. I'm a smoker, and I'm trying to quit or exchange. I'm not exchange to swap my tobacco addiction to, for example, a vape addiction. So it's it's a better, healthier, maybe, not 100%, but maybe it's a healthier alternative. The interesting part is, my wife is in the pharmacy, so she knows all the medications and stuff. And there is a medication, and when I asked the AI, the ChatGPT, what is the best way of dropping off cigarettes, and the fastest way, but the best way, especially. What could be the best possible way? Cold turkey, that's when you quit. I say I quit and you never start to smoke, that's one. So that was the second one. The third one was trying to go with vapes and stuff like that. So it may help in some cases. The fourth one was slowly reducing the number of cigarettes. But the first one, that was the interesting part, was pills. No one does marketing about those pills. No one. And they exist. And they are not mysterious pills or something like that. They exist for a long time now on the market. But no one wants to market them. And do you know why is that?
No profit.
Yeah. Pharmacies will get profit, about those pills, but those pills react really fast, in about 2 weeks, maybe, something like that. So you stop drinking them. So the pharmacy doesn't really need to do marketing them, because they will, yeah, get some money, but that will be it. But the tobacco industry will be really angry, because they will lose so much of the jobs they have. So the pharmacy doesn't market them at all. It doesn't go into dispute with the tobacco industry. And tobacco industry is giving you other ways of using nicotine and tobacco products or whatever, but not the pills. Because if you use the pills, they're without jobs. So
Yeah.
it's really interesting how that goes. And I'm really tempted to try those pills. It's not a healthy risk or anything. There are two types of those pills. One is the US market and one is the European market. So they're really famous pills, and it's not really something from, I don't know, black market, or it's just normal pills that exist, but we don't really know. And it was strange to me that on every Google search and everything that I found, they never mentioned those pills. There's usually a cold turkey, so you quit and you never smoke, and you try to be persistent as much as you can. But the pills thing, why they help is they're neutralizing the need of nicotine in the brain, and that's why you are not drinking them too long. So
Yeah.
the first, and it says in the prescription, you're smoking while you're drinking the pills. You're not stopping at all. And then you're trying after the first week to start to reduce the cigarettes till the end of the second week. And if it works as intended, you should quit smoking and have 0 cigarettes till the end of the month. And that's very fast. And you will not have carvings, nicotine carvings, as normally when you don't drink the pills.
I don't know
That's
much
it.
about that. I mean, about the whole industry of
I
cigars
have
and all that.
researched everything about the pills. Even with my wife, I've talked, and she said there is nothing really scarce or scary about the pills, or the ingredients of the pills. It's a normal pill, so it's not really something dangerous. But they don't want to market them, to marketing, to make ads or something. They just don't want. And that's the interesting part. There are solutions sometimes, but just the market doesn't want them.
Yeah, that's normal. I mean, as kids, we would have been naive, to think that everything
Yeah,
they
yeah.
do is for the best of the human, of the people and all that. But from this perspective, now, I developed something that no one has in 3D. Will I share with everyone for free? No, I will charge for it. So yeah, I can understand that, but yeah, I mean, now I don't want to get too much philosophical, but one thing
Yeah.
I was always curious is, for example, if you want to sell yourself, you have to now I'm probably touching on a different topic, but still about the medicine.
Yeah.
You want to sell yourself good, right? For some
Yeah.
service that you offer, but
Yeah.
if you are dependent to get, how to say, to earn some money, you have to earn some money, then you're probably asking it more than they really have to pay you. Like, I don't know, you have to have some leverage, is what I'm trying to say. So, for example, in F1, when a driver is out of seat and he's very much probably gonna be gone at the end of the year, how is he negotiating for a seat to get and be paid millions? It doesn't make any sense. So, in that regard, with the medicine as well, you are fighting for your life and you have to have a surgery, let's say, and you go in a hospital, and what they do, they don't cure you immediately, like if you need to have surgery, this and that, or they will do that, but you will have to pay very handsomely for that afterwards. So it's not like they're doing it by heart, or because oh, genuinely, we have to save the people and all that, you know? But they will charge you for that. So that's something I cannot understand, really. I cannot understand. Let's say I'm a doctor and someone comes and he's fighting for his life, and I'm knowing as a doctor that he's not going to live in the next 24 hours. So the notion of, okay, we can do this surgery, but you have to pay, you know, for all these funds we have in our country, you know, send SMS for this and that. How's that? I mean, they go somewhere and they require money. Without the money, you won't get any benefits. Like, and it's
They
not only
have,
about that; it's about everything.
yeah, well, I can understand in a part because they will not the part that they charge too much, but the part that they need to pay the doctors, they need to pay for equipment maintenance that they use. They need to pay for new equipment. They need to pay for new sheets for every operation, for new beds if there are more people sick than they have beds. So there is everything, and the other things are administrative stuff. So they have bills to pay too. So yes, they maybe how to say it, the doctor maybe someone who will say it's really bad, we need to operate, and you said I don't have the money and everything, but he can't really help you. It's not his hospital, first. Second, if it was his hospital, who will then pay for his bills and stuff like that? So
I
it's
know, I know,
a circle.
I know, I'm quite aware. I mean, of that and all that. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, generally speaking, how the world operates. You know. And
Yeah, the prices are the problem. The high prices are the problem, not the that they take money. But the thing is, they are taking money for offering something that should be normal. For example, in private hospitals here, you know how
yeah.
how it is, and in the government ones. So, I mean, in the yeah, in
We understand each other.
yeah. So you're treated really poorly where you pay less, and you're treated really uh, high and efficiently in the one that you pay the most. So yeah, you're paying for that too. But the thing is, it shouldn't be that high. That's my point.
Yeah.
But they're just getting it higher and higher. The operation that I made was 2,500 euros. So, and before it was like 1.5. The first time I was there, before all, it was like 10 years or 15 years, when the hospital started working, it was 1,000 euros for that operation. Now it's 2.5 for the same one. So you see how much it got up.
Yeah.
Be right back, just to say it.
Okay.
Be right back in a minute or two.
Wonderful subjects for Friday morning. Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. This one I have to make it larger. Yeah, these are the same, except this is much bigger like that probably. Yeah. Come on. The glass is too shallow. right? It's like I'm going circles. Much closer. Now let's make the arrow. So how to approach that will be, I'll take one from here, make a straight line. I hate this when it happens. F8 so I can have that selection. Have it down to the bottom, and this one straight halfway like that. It's a big arrow, although it looks somewhat
Big.
very short. Welcome back. Bubo, I'm joking, like very joyful subject for Friday morning.
Sorry? What you said? I was writing in Discord.
I'm saying, yeah, I'm seeing the Discord as well, and I agree with both of you. Maybe I should wait a bit.
Yeah. Always wait. Trust me.
But the game will be for sure amazing. I mean,
oh, 50-50 votes. One is yes, one is no.
I voted get it. That's why.
Okay.
You know,
you shouldn't vote.
I'm trying to convince myself not to get it. You know, not to spend the money.
Trust me, don't get it. Trust me.
Anyone on the stream, should I get it, Mafia?
You should get it when you know it's good, but not now.
Yeah.
I usually do that with games now, because I didn't do that, and I did screw up myself really bad with one game, so that was the point when I decided I will wait till I'm certain, then I will get it if I know it's good.
This arrow, it's quite, yeah. It doesn't make sense, it's very weird. Oh, no. Is that how it is?
What?
Yeah, I'm just like brainstorming through the reference I have. I mean, it's very hard to see on the gauge. The pin in the very center where the arrow goes around on which axle rotates. It's like the pin in the center. It's not pinned into the gauge on the inside, but there's like a nut, like a screw on the top of the glass.
Maybe due to reflection.
Yeah.
So,
do you see what I'm seeing?
yeah.
You see how this arrow, it's like, if this is the circle, this black here on the top, the arrow then comes like attached next to it, like it doesn't make sense. Usually they're into it, you know, so this only has to be on the top, on the glass. You see what I'm saying? But
it's the reflection and the arrow, they're both in the same line. That's why it looks like that, I think. Do you have any other reference
No.
for that?
No, that's the only one.
Only one.
Only one.
Is it possible to find another one?
No, but I'll just make what makes sense and be done with it.
What is the Porsche model?
962. 962 CK from 89.
TR, not CK. Or
CK from
Okay.
89. Right, Leyton House, Kremer Racing here. Porsche Kremer Racing. This is how it looks. Although I'm taking inspiration from others as well. For example, I left this racing seat. Racing seats are in my mind. Steering wheel, and I did that instead. You know. So for example, this one has a different dashboard.
yeah.
So I'm making something in between. But now, considering I'm making this one with this layout, I'm trying to make this as well. But anyway, yeah, let's just be done
What
with
race?
this. Sorry?
From what race is this?
Oh.
You said the race or something. You said
No, it's used in Le Mans. In endurance racing on Le Mans. Oh. Oh. Wait a sec. Yeah, I want to have these very very smooth, so I'll just these will be gauge lights. Now on each I'll do the same. Actually, I'll just make this one. There are too much unnecessary lines here. Biba, how's going with the bike and the robot? Because I know you mentioned you want to have the robot driving the bike. Did you make any progress on that? If you're on the stream, if you can hear.
just second home.
Not so much progress as a friend visited me last week. Oh, that's nice. I'm currently on the armpit mechanics. Damn, dude, that's such detail. I would love to see that. If you have, feel free to share something on the chat. I'd like to show other people what you're doing. You see, I have an empty space here for advertising. Just joking, of course. Bubo, do you remember that time when we were sailing across the oceans on Valheim? Let me see, just a sec. Bubo, that's an interesting one, mate. And I like the details that it has on the right. Damn, this is cool. I will take that, and the button on the steering wheel, I'll use that. And the keys it has, yeah, definitely. Let's save this. Thank you very much. Can I be heard? Or am I talking in... Maybe he's muted. 3D models, my 3D models, because I have terabytes of models. References, new. Cockpit. There was an interesting meme on the internet, a girl riding a horse, and she's like, what I'm controlling, what a powerful animal I'm controlling with my 2 legs. And then comes a air pilot, fighter pilot, and it says, what I'm controlling with 2 balls. And the first comment, most rated with most likes, it says, it's for a reason why the area where the pilot is sitting, it's called cockpit. Oh my. Bubo, let me know when you get back. So what I was trying here.
That dashboard that I sent you is the one that you have to?
Not really. I was saying that I really like what you have sent me, and I'll use that. I'll use the details it has because they're looking so nice. They're so well.
It has 2 arrows in the middle one, and in the left one, 2 arrows for pointing.
Yeah. And actually, I can see right now what it's saying. It's about the engine. Finally, because I was wondering what that third gauge on the far left. This one, if you see on my monitor, here, this one, there is no lettering in between. I cannot see it from the steering wheel. And now you have sent me the exact one that I needed. So it's the engine gauge for temperature on everything, pretty much. I'll definitely, yeah, I'm very close, and then I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And with the stuff I've done, Bubo, on the visualization recently with the Ferrari, I cannot tell you how happy I am with the graphic card and all that I got and got to make. But the visualization on the Ferrari was done with the help of, like I've told you, through a course which was specialized for automotive. Next time on the Porsche, I'll try to make a clean white one, showroom, like those really they make when they try to put their cars in a magazine or something like that, and then I'll pay for them and all that, like great quality of HDR maps of racetracks. That's what I intend on making.
It's different from the other one, but maybe it will help in something. So.
Oh yeah. Bubo, where did you find these?
That Google search.
Damn. These are very good. These are very good.
But they're limited, really. It's not that much information about dashboard.
No, they're great. They're great.
So little info.
Wait, so how to open recent? Yeah, I'll just drag and drop them. Wait a sec, guys. Let me show you what my friend Bubo has found me. these are very nice. Yeah, gathering references, I've always said, should be a skill that's paid.
Yeah, I remember when we were trying to do deliveries for the cars. Half the time was trying to find a good reference, and it was important even the year of the race, because every year it was changing the sponsors, places and stuff like that. So it was really painful job.
I remember when we did this at Sim Sector, the company I can
Yeah.
surely mention, where we both worked. You know, yeah, I think actually that's what you mentioned, referred to. Um, yeah, wrote this. So what I was saying, I would try to find and find, look, but I want anything, and then this other guy would come and out of nowhere, like, take this, and I'm like, where did you found that? Biba, this is looking very nice. How long are you working on this robot?
Nice, people, nice. And what I
Yeah,
managed to find, I found pretty much really good pictures on Flickr for racing cars, usually. So you should look there too sometimes.
so, well, I'm just doing it as a hobby, so not every day 8 hours, mainly just on weekends or maybe 2 hours a day, but since October, I think. Yeah, that's quite some time. In August, I began doing this car, finished it by September. Then now I'm coming back to finalize it in the same way as you're doing on the robot, as a hobby, uh, like a side job, a personal work of mine, to try and elevate some stuff. Now there is an interesting detail you have there. You have shown me, Google, and I'll try to make that. It will go like this. Something I like. So this is stretched, and this on top will be bent like that. Yeah, the rigging is the hardest thing over there, and yeah, that's tricky. Okay, well, Spotify, you can be put to ease. I hate this stopping all the time. There's YouTube. That's too loud. How to lower this? Yeah, that's a no-no. Okay, let's do this quick. That's the glass. How on earth is the gauge off like this? Jesus. Screw that. Yes, yes, I'm here.
I will need to go back on the job
Okay.
to finish some things and stuff. If I finish fast, I will get back
Okay,
here.
okay. I'm here. I'll be here until 1 o'clock streaming. After that, I'll be offline working.
No problem.
So,
See you later. See you guys.
bye bye. Bye bye. Water, so I'll make this the manifold. This from here. Oops, sorry. Where is it? Yeah, this one. This is what I'll make. So it's gonna be Thought Space, thank you very much, man. Welcome on the stream. I changed it from Sebastian Vettel Hooray to the default one because yesterday it scared me. I haven't received the follow in a while, and I was so into working on the model when out of nowhere he shouted, scared the hell out of me. How beautiful it's gonna look. Thanks for that. How are hashtags these working actually? And by the way, where is the chat? I have lost the chat on the stream and no clue how to get it back. thing to probably will be just to yeah, I'll fix that later on. 20 more minutes to go. Let's see what we can do in that time. So yeah, that delete cameras off. Probably I won't be flipped. Yeah, I think it's okay. by the way, Biba says, by the way, funny thing, my main job is web developer and we're currently doing a redesign on one of our page with a new hero video. This is what I chose for testing and the product owner, project manager, the graphic designer, C. Let me check. That's cool. Is this what you made or something that's been done by someone else previously? Or this is your work? My bike, that looks great. That looks great, man. What was the purpose of the video that you made in the first place? Was it for fun or? Yeah, snowballing, one thing to leads to another. That's gonna look nice. Oh, suddenly, how did I do that? How did I do that? Okay. And why the hell this all the time comes back to being black? I don't want any color on that. And I want this to rotate around this axle. How to make that? Yeah, no clue really about that. Gianluca Jimmy turns. Jiminy turns. Yeah, one can say that you love, really, you love bikes. A 3D artist created bicycles out of drawings for sketches from people's mind how a bike looks, and these renders look super cool. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, well actually there they are. They look great, man. I plan on making something like this, but with my 3D, my models, my 3D models, like a museum where you can walk through. They're looking great, though. Totally broken bikes, but he made them look cool. They look very nice. Very nice designs. As someone who really much enjoys riding bikes when I was a kid, I mean, who hasn't? Um, yeah, and the first with springs and all that, it made so much appeal to me. And yeah, I mean, these designs look very well made. Yeah, this sucks. I cannot get the chat back through stream elements. No idea how to create it. Create new element. Okay, overlay. Okay, start. Add widget. Okay, here it is. No engagement. Oh! Okay. I think I've found something that I've been looking for some time now. Yeah, I'll give this a go later on when I'll have some more time. Let's finish up with the stream. It's already 1 o'clock, so I'll be stopping here. Actually, let's just finish up with these notes that I've set to do, and see how it goes. And once I make that, yeah, what the hell is going on now? They are all, oh yeah, this is not okay. So that's just off. Let's see if I can finally bring back these simple things back into undo them. Thanks, Biba. The same to you too. Have fun, enjoy, take care. And don't forget to touch on the robot. Okay, I cannot screw that. So how was to bring in inscriptions? Okay. Here, I think we are missing some. No. Yeah, we're missing. It's shit. That's the water, and there's an oil here. So this is water only. Where was this? I said I'll use it for an inspiration. It says something interesting. Yeah, starter res. It's oh, morning, Lori. Hi there. Hi there, buddy. Yeah, Biba, I was planning to end it, but decided also to continue to finish this, to finish some of these at least, and then I'll be going. Streaming now for 3 hours and 12 minutes. I didn't plan on going that much long because have other work to do for a client, so we'll have to cut it short. Yesterday I was streaming up until 3 o'clock, something like that. I made like a new schedule that I'm going to stick with it for to have it, you know, more organized instead of streaming for 7, 8, 9 hours a day sometimes and then not being able to do anything else. To be consistent with streaming from now on, I'll be having a schedule and I'll be going every day, almost, if not every day, every second day at 10 a.m. Till 1 p.m. So that's like 3 hours ahead of when you just came now, Lori. So you being on the East Coast, that's like yours 5 a.m. in the morning, so, or something like that. 4 a.m. That's quite early. Yeah. So made quite the progress today with the dashboard. Pretty much everything done and set. This is going to be lovely to texture. Yeah, there's a detail here missing, so from looking this dashboard so long I now kind of know them by, yeah. So there is the alt and there's the oil here that needs adding, so I'll just yeah, actually it needs to be added now, so the UV map won't have much changes later on. So yeah, I'll stop this now. I won't texture it entirely. I really have to go. It's 15 minutes past what I intended. Yeah. Lori, have a good day, man. Being morning on your end, at your place. Yeah, what can I say else other than have fun, guys, during the weekend. Take care and see you on Monday. Bye bye. Bye.